Have you played any games since then?
Just the one I sent you, and then I played one this morning, but that didn't go too well.
Hmm.
It was my first time against the Azir.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Is the screen sharing working?
Yes, it's working all right. Can you go ahead and queue? Um, so something I'd recommend, I forgot to mention this, but you need to go into practice tool and practice last hitting many times because your CSing is like completely unacceptable.
Okay, gotcha. Practice last hitting.
I can
So,
show you an example of what it's like you're supposed to do after this game.
okay. Yeah, because my gold isn't doing, or yeah, just gotta practice that.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, this morning I've played against Azir before, but not someone who actually knew how to play Azir. And this time I just couldn't play the game.
Well, he is quite the lane bully. It's not as bad as it used to be, like many patches ago, but he still kind of beats you really hard in the laning phase. And the most you can do, unless he's pure inting, is just a last hit and maybe go for an empowered Q every now and then.
Okay.
So Vlad is very weak against certain things. Vlad is very weak to mobility, and he is also very weak to range. Champions who outrange him and champions who have a lot more mobility than him typically counter him. I think it's worse if they have more range because there are champions like Irelia, Riven, uh, I can't think, I don't know, someone else who has a lot of dashes like Yone Yasuo. Those champions, they have a lot of dashes, but it's still more playable than versing champions like Orianna, Syndra, Azir, um, Xerath, Vel'Koz. These champions who just completely outrange you are extremely good against Vladimir. So those are probably going to be your hardest matchups once you get good at playing the game. Things like Lux. Lux is very cancer. She just maxes E and she keeps throwing it at you and you can't really sustain fast enough because she has no E cooldown and it does like 150 damage every time.
Okay, I see. Um, should I just permaban Lux then?
No, no. Well, I feel like to me personally, Lux is a very easy matchup simply because there aren't any good Lux players. So I don't permaban. I permaban champions like Anivia, Kassadin. Um, Sometimes, very very rarely, I'll ban like Zed if he's like just too broken. Zed is an awful matchup because he's like Yasuo Yone, Irelia, right? He has all the dashes with his W, but at the same time he also has the same range as Xerath, so he's an especially cancerous matchup. A lot of
Oh,
people
okay.
think that like Vladimir counters Zed. However, I truly believe that at the highest level of play, Zed beats Vladimir very easily. If Zed plays properly, Vladimir will never be in range to harass the Zed, and Zed will have, the range. It's a very uninteractive matchup when the Zed is patient and passive. It's very hard to deal with. But let's just go ahead and not ban anything this game because let's say you get countered or something, or you know what,
Okay.
ask your teammates what they want you to ban because I'll just tell you how to play any matchup.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, you got top. Oh
Oh, I
fuck,
got
this is
bottom.
horrible. Ask for
Should
mid.
have just
And put a sad face. Perfect. Alright, dodge.
okay.
Do you have another account?
No.
Okay, no worries. Just dodge.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. I suppose what we could do right now is do the last hitting practice.
Okay.
So, do you know how to last hit under tower?
Um, no.
Okay,
I don't.
that's no worries. So when a melee minion is full HP,
Mhm.
you let it get hit twice, then auto. Alright? For a caster, you let it get, or actually you auto it. You auto it once, let it get hit once, then auto again.
Okay.
Do you mind screen sharing again?
No. Give me a second.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some water.
Yeah. No worries.
Let's pool our efforts.
Minions have spawned.
A vital decision. I've got you under my skin. My cup is half empty. absolutely livid. Deliciously plain.
Hello?
Yeah.
Leap.
Alright. Are you leveling up with your mouse?
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. Do you know how to level up with your keyboard?
No.
So you press Control and then QWE.
Oh, like control first, then whatever I need to level?
Yes, it's you press both buttons at the same time.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I love a warrior with heart. Never a stale moment.
It's okay to use your abilities to last hit or your Q specifically.
Oh,
Alright, leave
okay.
this. We'll do this later, but let's try
Okay.
to get into a game. So I want you
Okay.
to do. I want you to do that, the last hitting practice every day,
Okay.
until you can get like 75 at 10 minutes.
Okay. 75 at 10 minutes.
Yes, that's like quite a low score as well, but it should be acceptable or a big improvement from your CS scores.
Gotcha. My,
You did. Hmm.
what happened?
I really want to watch that Azir game another time,
Okay.
cause you somehow did less damage than Soraka.
Yeah. I did. That's what I was saying. I did really bad that one. Um, yeah.
I mean, no worries, but 4,000 damage means you are never fighting.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
after laning phase, you never touched an enemy champion. I'm very curious as to what happened. But yeah, I
yeah.
guess the most important thing for you, more than anything else, really, more than anything else, is learning how to last hit. That should be your first part, like your first step in improving.
Okay.
And then, like everything that I talked about in the last coaching session, is what you should focus on next after you can achieve decent CS. Because everything I say is meaningless if you have no gold in the end.
Okay.
Did you end up watching the VOD?
Yeah. I've watched it about 3 times now.
Okay, 3 times.
Sometimes
Okay.
it gets like for it to sink in a bit better.
It gets what?
I said it gets easier for some of the concepts to sink in.
Okay, got it. Like,
Yeah.
are there any parts in that coaching session which were confusing, which I can explain to you?
The only part that I'm still working on, I guess, is the wave management on the pushing and
Mm-hmm.
when things come back.
Okay, so you're struggling with how to set up a freeze after it bounces. Do you know what I just said? Like, do you know what a bounce means?
No.
Okay. A bounce is where a wave crashes at a tower and then proceeds to push in the opposite direction. That is what you call a bounce. Kind of like how when you bounce a ball, right? It goes in one direction, it hits a wall or floor, and then comes in the opposite direction. It's the same
Okay.
idea, but with a wave. That's why you call it a bounce. Okay, Zoe, hard matchup. Can I see your runes?
Yeah.
Tenacity is really good this game, but I want you to take attack speed.
Okay.
And do it with your minor rune too.
Uh, which
Yep,
one?
the first one.
Okay.
And lastly, don't take Scorch. Take
Okay.
Nimbus Cloak is fine here. Wow, the
Uh,
enemy team has like incredibly hard team comp for you.
okay.
So when you look at a team like this, what I'm thinking is, wow, I'll never be able to kill Nasus in the mid game, or I'll always be solo killed by him. So at no point in the game do you ever want to be in the side lane against Nasus in a 1v1. Something else I have to think about is, man, I have to be very careful about team fighting because Fiddlesticks will obliterate me. Like, Fiddlesticks hard counters Vlad because Vlad is always in the center of the action since he's so short range, and that's where Fiddle's ulting every time. So it's very hard to play around. I mean, the enemy team is just exceptionally hard to play. They have things that like are good against Vladimir, and like after laning phase is CC, percent health damage, and MR. So they're probably not going to build any MR. Nasus is going to have a lot of MR though because of his ultimate, which gives him MR. Nasus has percent health damage when he goes Sunder. Fiddlesticks might go Leandries, and he has a ton of CC. Zoe has CC. Nasus has CC. Thresh has CC. So in a real game, I'd probably go Tenacity, but I just want you to go attack speed because I think it might be very useful for last hitting.
Okay.
So when you're playing against Zoe, she outranges you completely. Her auto attacks outrange your entire kit, surprisingly. I think. Like it's either her auto outranges your autos or it outranges your Q too. So it's a very hard matchup because Zoe will space you, and the thing is she doesn't stand still when casting her Q. So it's very hard to punish her when she uses her Q because she can kite away while using it.
Okay.
And that thing has an excessive range, really, in comparison to your entire kit.
Okay. So, uh, against the longer range, what do I do? Just stick to tower or
You want
go
to keep the
Doran
wave?
shield?
No, do never go Doran Shield.
Okay.
I don't mind if oh never mind. Um Keeping the wave at your wave management is the key. You want to keep the wave at your tower because if you're playing against something like Zerath and the wave is at his tower, you'll never be able to punish him and you'll be open to all types of harass. So maybe I can tell you how to set up a freeze.
Okay. Yeah, because in the Zir game, for example, that's what happened. He froze the wave at his tower,
Hmm
and then I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, you would, in that case, you would have to do everything you can to break the wave, or break the freeze, I mean. Do you level up with your hand again? Or do
Yeah,
you...
this time I used control Q.
Good. Very good, very good. Just remember that. Alright, go ahead and walk up to the... Perfect. You want to auto this wave to create a push. And don't stand still. You need to be clicking like back and forth, because if you stand still, you'll get hit by abilities. Cue her here. She's gonna go for this blue minion. Alright, that's fine. So against mages, typically you don't actually have the choice of wanting to push or not. It's up to them. Very good with that red Q. You don't have the choice to push or not. It's up to them, really. Take your W, level 2. Oh, this is not good. You need to pull the bubble or dodge it, but it's usually just safer to pull because it has such a wide hitbox, it's hard to sidestep. So right now you're low health, which means you need to be spamming your Q.
Okay.
You don't want your Q to ever be off of CD. Also, one thing I can say is stand in the minion wave, or like behind it, so you don't get hit by her abilities.
Okay.
Oh, fiddle. Don't... When he does that suck ability, you have to walk away.
Okay.
You just won't win the trade. You need to be pulling this ability, like, or it's very lethal.
Okay, gotcha.
Use your other potion. Okay, the wave is fine. All you have to
Okay.
do now is just Q off of cooldown and you'll be okay. So she's trying to hit a bubble on you. She's behind the wall, and the wall gives an extended range.
Okay.
Keep queuing. You need to keep queuing. This is
Okay.
very important. So this wave is actually very good right now. Just keep queuing.
Okay.
Look at Zoe's HP. Okay, it's fine. Man, this guy. What is he doing? Ping him off?
How do I do that?
Like the danger ping. But don't do it anymore because he already left.
Oh, okay.
There, you could use your E. When the cannon minion
Oh,
is low, you could tap the E to execute it. Stop hitting the wave. You had a
okay.
freeze. So when you have a freeze, you don't want to hit the minions anymore. You just want to keep like just last hit. Or also you want to, so you don't, so if Zoe's not hitting the minion wave, it's good to not hit it, but if she is hitting the minion wave, then you have to uh, do your own autos as a correspondence to
Okay.
match the amount of damage she's doing to the wave. She's almost out of mana. Try not to let her crash the wave.
Okay.
Okay, don't hit the minion wave anymore. It's going to push. Do you see how you have that extra caster minion? That's bad if you want to freeze. Level up your ultimate with control and R. Good. Q. So get a stack of your Q. Whatever you do, don't let her crash this. Oh wait, hitting the minion wave is really bad there. Because
Oh,
so if the wave is about to crash, you can stand in front of it so that the minions aggro you. You don't have to kill the minion waves, but she's perma pushing anyway, so you're safe. But notice how when the wave is right here, you're immune to getting ganked. Like it's impossible to gank you here and you're very safe. Fight her.
okay.
Just walk up and auto attack. She has no mana, she can't win. Ghost and Q and like R. Okay, this is fine. Okay, get your red Q. Do you know how to flash combo or no?
No.
Okay, no worries. Just I see. Try to get her a little low. Oh, this is good. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Next time you get your Q, wait, try to get vision of her. This is very important. If she's like under tower recalling, take a tower shot to bait her. Oh.
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I wasn't clear. Just recall now.
Okay.
Hmm. So when you want a flash combo, you want to hold your E, flash while your E is still charging. Or like when it's fully charged, you want to flash, release your E, and then press Q. And you want to do that very quickly.
Okay. So hold E, flash,
Mm-hmm.
release E, and then Q.
Yes. Do you play with 3 fingers, like your ring finger on Q or your pinky on Q?
Ring finger on Q.
Okay. So, I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult to do that combo once you have practice. But if you were to try to implement your ultimate, it would be very hard with 3 fingers. So this wave is pushing into her, and that's not very good. So what you want to do is wait for the next minion wave to come, and then crash it. Do you know what a crash means?
Uh, like make them run into each other?
No, make your minion wave hit her tower. So delete this wave, like use your E on it.
Okay.
Okay, place a ward in the jungle, in between the river and where the river and jungle meets. You see that little area where the river and jungle meets?
Right here?
No, no, towards chickens. Do you see that little ramp?
Oh, yeah.
Place it in between the river and the.
Right there?
Yes, that's fine. All right, fight her. Don't use ult. Just like trade with her a little bit. When she gets in your, so Zoe loses when she gets in your range like that for the most part. But again, she outranges you, so the chances of her being in your range are usually very low. So
Okay.
this wave is pushing into you, but you want to thin it a little bit.
Okay.
Good, good. Q one more minion. Remember, if you're not behind your minions, if you're standing in the open, she will be able to harass you. All right, this is good. This is good. All right, do me a favor. Press R on
Hmm.
her. Just walk up and press R.
Okay.
Or when she gets close to you, you don't want to leave your minion wave. All right, this is fine. You are here to preserve your health because you're dangerously low.
Oof.
Don't Q her because she outranges you with her auto attacks.
Yeah.
She has enough mana for one ability. Oh, good. You're fine. You're fine. You don't have to be afraid
Okay.
of her. Just try to Q the closest thing that you can. She can't kill you. And also try to use your like pool to dodge abilities. You haven't pulled a single time.
Okay.
I know it's really difficult to like listen to me, pay attention, and to play the game properly at the same time.
But I definitely should be pulling, right?
Should be pulling her E most of the time. Hmm. Try to hold this wave, don't hit it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this freeze is for like a wave maybe. You need 3 minions to hold a freeze. Unless she comes back and starts hitting the wave. But having the wave here is good. You always want to keep the wave here, really. Next wave, I want you to crash it and then reset since you have a lot of gold.
Okay. Recall?
Yep. Buy a amp tome and a blasting wand.
Amplifying tome and the
It,
blasting one?
yes, it's the yellow pole.
Okay. Cool. And
Oh,
then
and
one
what? No,
amp.
no, don't buy an amp tome. You're fine.
Okay.
Buy boots. Okay, very good. Hmm.
Think I saw Zoe bot for a second there.
Yep, that's right.
Do I keep vision or?
No, you don't want to follow him into the jungle because like you said, Zoe was spot side and look, she just came back up. So again, don't push this wave, let her push it into you, because she's going to
Okay.
push it. You don't have to stand that far back, you just want to be near your minion so that it can block abilities. Notice how your minions are like a wall of protection for you.
Gotcha.
Auto the wave, she's autoing a lot and it will crash if you don't um, auto the wave back. Oh,
Okay.
Teemo came, how fortunate. Oh, ping them. Oh man, they're ruining your wave. That's alright.
Okay.
It's okay, they don't know better. Alright, just crash this. Good. When the minion gets low, you can use your E to secure the minion.
Okay.
So I would like, normally I would tell you to harass her here and like maybe dive her, but that's really beyond your scope right now, I think. I should
Okay.
just have you focus on learning how to CS without dying. I think that'd be best for you to learn at the moment. So remember, every time a minion wave crashes and it bounces into you, that's an opportunity to freeze. I want you to recognize that. So
Oh,
these three
okay. So,
minions here, you can freeze, right? You don't hit them, and you wait until the minion crash.
okay.
Yeah, you wait until the minion crashes. And so now you have a freeze. So now all you do here is last hit. Fiddlesticks is to your right, so you want to be
Uh-huh.
very careful. So this time around, she's not actually hitting the minion wave, so this is going to crash. So
Okay.
just go ahead and do that. Like forcibly crash the wave with your E. Alright, very good. Now recall. You have your item. You
Okay.
typically want to be recalling when you have an item spike to buy or when you're low on HP, or you just want to buy like a really small component because there's an objective coming up or something
Okay.
and you plan on contesting. Level
Do
up
I
your E.
go?
Yeah,
Okay.
don't upgrade your R ever.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, you want to max your E before you level up your R.
Uh, since the whole team's here, what do I do?
So so what you want to do now, typically at this stage of the game, is go bot
Mhm.
lane and last hit.
Okay.
You just want to farm minions. So properly, if you were to
Uh-huh.
play properly, um, you would use your summoner spells because Vlad in the mid game or after laning phase when he has both summoners is extremely strong, and at this point you want to use them to force a team fight somewhere. But I feel like you won't be able to execute that properly. That's something we can work on another time, or like I just think that your fundamentals are lacking so much that it's best if you focus on learning to last hit here
Okay.
because all that other stuff will come later. So the one thing to do while pushing a wave is look at
Mhm.
the mini map. You see that, or for a minute there, you saw that Tristana and Thresh were missing, and they were last
Mhm.
mid. And you also have to know that you were overextended. Currently, you're very overextended, but you're not being
Oh, okay.
punished for it. Um, so when you're pushing a wave, you have to be aware of where the enemy team is positioned.
Okay.
So you're scared right now because you don't know where Fiddlesticks is, but if you place
Right.
a ward over the Gromp, you can see if he's ulting from that way.
Oh, right here.
Yes, over the wall. Oh,
Oh.
see? Exactly. If you have vision there, it'd be very good. But luckily, you weren't punished. Oh, they surrendered. Okay, that was really short. Let's do another game.
Okay. I think that's the best I have gotten though in a while for
Yeah, the
not
CSing
dying.
was almost 5, I think. It was like that's higher than usual. But no, you didn't die that much because you had the wave at your tower always, which is very good.
Mhm.
What was your CS score? Can you click the,
Um.
you see the money tab?
Yeah.
Yep, click that. 4.9. I think that's higher than average for you.
Yes. I think usually my average is like 3.2.
3.2, you said?
Yeah. I could check. Um,
4.9 seems to be about your average, actually. Or at
okay.
least in these last 20 games or so. 4.9-ish area is pretty typical. So you have to improve that.
Okay.
This
Got it.
game, I don't even want you interacting with the laner because it's too difficult for you yet um, to harass the enemy and CS
Uh-huh.
at the same time. So we're just going to focus on CSing.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm just curious. Let's see. Mhm.
Do you have any questions that game?
No, that was something I was actually feeling in the last couple of games, because I was trying to test last hit minions, or when my health would be low, I would still try to be saving the Q,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously then the jungle would come or someone else, and then I would be completely zoned off. But
Mm.
um, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I forget that Q can just heal you for
No
healing.
worries. I mean, that is very important to know. So, um,
Right.
it, do keep in mind that your Vladimir Q is very special because of its property to heal you. It makes you unlike any other champion, really. Your trading patterns, and the way that you can sustain in a lane. Like most champions, if they're low, they can't trade, but when Vladimir's low, he can still trade very well. He just has to queue up later.
Gotcha.
But we're not going to be focusing on trading at all.
Okay.
Just last hits. Just last hits this game.
Okay. So if I have to hit 75 at 10 minutes, then, and this last one I think I hit 100 at 20. So I gotta double what I'm doing here.
That's right. Or virtually, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, 100 at 20 or 200 at 20 is 10 CS per minute, but I'm asking for 7.5 CS per minute, which is quite
Right.
different. It's astronomically different. So you're almost there. If you had 50
Right.
more CS, you would be there.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. 150 at 20 minutes.
If you could get 150 at 20 minutes, that would be extremely impressive, and you'll be a very powerful champion.
Hmm. Okay. Got it. Got it. Yeah. And then I did check real quick on my other matches. Usually at 24 minutes, I'm only at 86 or 89.
Yes, that's completely unviable way to play Vladimir. You can't have such low CS scores. Like typically, like even me, like my CS scores are very low in comparison to the average Vlad player, Like the average Vlad player has like 7.5, 8 CS in my elo, but I have around 6.7 CS, which is
Oh,
like almost one CS per minute, or it's even more than 1 CS per minute off, 1.3 even. And there's a noticeable difference between 6.7 CS and something like 8 CS. So when you're getting 4 CS a minute, you're just so off. But you're so off. Like the gold margin is so different that the reality of your game is warped. Like for example, someone who has 10 CS per minute, right? 200 CS at 20 minutes, they're extremely strong. The way that they're supposed to play the game at that point is very different from someone who is 80 CS at 20 minutes, right? Because someone who has 200 CS is strong and capable of fighting for objectives. Someone who's at 80 CS is incapable of fighting anyone, typically.
hmm.
So the reality of your game is warped depending on your gold income.
And I noticed, thinking back, that's what happened in the Azir game, is I was um, uh, so far back in being able to do anything that anytime I approached or even breathed the air near another champion, they'd just kill me.
Yes, you're just too. Remember what I was talking about yesterday or 2 days ago? High economy and low economy champions.
Hmm.
Uh, yes, that's what happens when that's what happens when a high economy champion is behind. They they can't function. It's like trying to run a car without oil or something. You're just going to break the engine or whatever. It's just
Hmm.
that's a horrible analogy, but I'm just trying to say that yeah, you can't function properly.
Yeah, now I gotcha. I just was dealing with some transmission issues this week, so clicked for
Okay.
me.
Perfect.
No.
Okay, it's a collie. This is perfect. This is very easy to play when you're very passive.
Gotcha. Do I change any of my rooms or leave them?
Just keep these for now.
Okay.
The attack speed is very good for helping you manipulate the wave, which is I want you to focus on wave management and CSing. Those are
Okay.
like I don't care if the way that I'm going to teach you how to play the way that I'm going to have you play the game is quite improper. It's but you're incapable of doing what is proper at the moment, so I have to subsidize. I don't even know if that's the right word. I just have to um, adjust the way that you need to play the game in order for you to succeed as a player.
Okay. Gotcha.
So like it's so trading with the collie like at low levels is very important and it's essential to playing the game properly, but you're just again you need to focus on these simple concepts first, like CSing and wave management before you even try any of that.
Right. I appreciate that because I think that's also why I was having such a hard time getting to grips with this game because I kept trying to do uh, fancy things
Mm,
instead of,
yes.
you know, mm, I really like this brand skin.
Yeah, it's cool. Zombie Brand's the best one though, surely.
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Oh, it's so good. It's like really old, but it's like the best one still. The way he walks like a zombie with his hands up in the air,
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
yeah, it's really great. He has cool hair and all that. Really good stuff.
Yeah. I'm contemplating whether I want to get the Coven skin for Vlad or if I want to wait until Vandals shows up somehow.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's in my shop right now, the coven one.
Oh, I see. It's not a bad skin at all, but personally, I would just go with Marquise. That's the best, easily. It's just so clean. All the Vlad players like to use that one for the most part.
Okay. My keys.
Hmm
Isn't
The
that
one,
one like really cheap?
yeah, it's really cheap. It's like 4 or 500 IP or RP, I mean. So this game, I'm going to let you, I'm not going to tell you like every mistake that you make because I feel like you'll be overwhelmed. So I'm just going to mention mistakes that have to do with wave management or CSing or
Okay.
positioning in the lane. Those three things, positioning in the lane, CSing, and wave management are the only three things I'm going to comment on probably. And like some Vladimir specific things like queuing when you're low HP. Try to keep it to a minimum.
Okay.
Do you remember what you're supposed to do against a melee minion? I meant a melee champion?
Right. I'm supposed to push, but you don't want me to push this one?
No, I do. Pushing is
Okay.
good. Just, so you just want to push to the point where you have a minion health advantage. So
Okay.
this is good. This is good right now. Keep doing what you're doing. Or I mean by that I mean like the managing the wave. I don't even want you to hit her really too much unless like she's in front of your face.
Okay.
So far so good. Stop hitting.
Okay.
It's because it will crash too quickly. So now this is the wave where you want to crash it all the way.
Okay. Got it.
So try to get it under her tower. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now I want you to now I want you to queue for health here, but don't hit the minion wave anymore because you
Okay.
want it to push into you, right?
Right.
Okay, this is good. Very good. You can queue a minion here, but stay away from Akali. She can kill you very easily here.
Right. She's up one level.
Not for long though. Alright, you can queue this minion. So you just need, you need 3 caster minions to set up a freeze. So I want you to not let her, or I want you to auto the wave and match her auto attacks. If she auto attacks, you auto attack.
Okay.
And use your Q to heal as well. Alright, the wave is really big, so you need to kill like, no, 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 no! Never use your
Oh,
E.
okay. Gotcha.
Never use your E to manage a wave like this. Okay, stop hitting. Because you, okay. Just use your Q and auto attacks to manage a wave. This wave
Okay.
might
Gotcha.
push into her, or she might be dumb and let an auto attack it. So this wave is still very good right now. So
Okay.
she's doing a lot of damage to the wave, and you have to do the corresponding damage back. So this is good. Uh, try queuing this cannon minion. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, this wave is too big. You have to let it crash, unfortunately.
Okay.
You'll lose all your HP. It's okay. Don't like fret about letting it crash because it's very easy to set up again. All you have to do is crash the wave and
Mhm.
then let it bounce and freeze again. Make sure to use your Q. You're like in very lethal ranges of HP.
Okay.
She might be so just keep queuing off cooldown. Never have your Q up at this point. Auto the wave, you want to crash it here. You want to crash this wave.
Okay.
Use your E. So you want to use your E to push a wave, but when you're holding a freeze or anything like that, you don't want to use your E. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because your E is only good for pushing waves. Okay, recall. You have a lot of gold. Actually, wait, push this wave. I'm sorry. This wave is not good. Use your potion. Okay, now you want to recall. Very good. Very good. So now you can just buy an alternator. And look, your CS is 30 at 6. I think that's 5 CS per minute already. That's very good.
Okay.
And walk back to lane. And now the wave is pushing into you. So this is your opportunity to set up a freeze.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I see.
You see the patterns?
Yeah.
Very good. Do you know how many minions you need to set up a freeze?
3 casters, right?
Right, so what should you do with the melee minions?
There you go.
Good. She's pushing very fast. You need to do damage to the
Yeah.
wave. Typically, you want to hit the melee minions, not the casters when you're holding a freeze, because you need the casters to be alive.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, this wave is too big. Just let it crash. It's okay. She's just pushing faster than you now. It's alright. Try again. Um, when you bounce the wave. If you notice that an enemy is just perma pushing into you, you don't have to worry about crashing because you're safe. So just focus on last hitting at this point because I think this player will just keep pushing into you mindlessly. So now you just want to focus on last hitting. Don't forget that you can use your Q
Right.
to last hit. When I think you might not be using your Q is because I said something like your Q is not a last hitting tool,
Mhm.
but for now it's okay to use your Q. Because you're not very good at last hitting yet, so you need to use it. But once you get good, you want to stop using it. It's like training wheels virtually. So now you can crash this wave. You are going to be unable to crash this wave, so just crash the next one.
Okay.
Remember to use your E on the wave. This wave in
Gotcha.
this wave is in a very bad spot at the moment. Okay, good. So right now you have 4.9 CS in. So I think you're going to end up with like maybe 5.3 CS at 10 minutes or 53 CS at 10 minutes, which is a little bit above par. So not bad. Just focus on last hitting.
Okay.
Okay, you can set up a freeze here very easily. When she autos the wave, you auto it back, so it doesn't crash.
Okay.
Alright, look, do you see, the wave is just frozen here. This is very good. Now you're safe. You cannot be ganked. This is why you always want to have the wave in this position. You're hitting the wave too much. Now this pushes
Okay.
again. When you have a freeze, only hit the minions to kill them. Like, don't do any damage to the minions. Only kill them when they're low HP. Because if otherwise, you will push the wave back into them. So unless she hits this wave, it's going to push into you. I mean, it's going to push into her. I'm sorry. Hopefully, she'll push the wave for
Okay.
you. So at this point, don't hit anything, and maybe you'll be fine. Good. You're fine because she's pushing into you, thankfully.
Do I go help or?
No, it's okay. Unless she takes this E, but she won't. So what is happening to the wave right now? Do you know?
Mine's pushing.
Good. So if the wave is pushing, what should you do with it?
Crash or?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
So in order to crash, you want to use your E on the whole minion wave. This is very good, very good. Don't worry about her too much. She can't kill you. Just walk to your tower. Well, she kinda deleted the whole minion wave. That's funny. You're fine though.
Okay.
Drink some potions. Alright, very good. So now you don't want to hit the minion wave here. You just want to let it push into you if she's still here. Actually, okay, wait. I take everything back. Just delete the wave and recall because she's not here. If she was here, you would stay, but she's not here, so you leave as well. Good, now you recall. Look at your CS. Not bad.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Just buy more AP here. So the
Okay.
amplifying tome and the blasting one. And I guess you can afford boots as well. Very good.
Okay.
Ghost, wait, we'll look at the minion wave. Okay, you're fine. If it was a regular wave, no cannon, I would tell you to ghost because you would lose a lot more minions otherwise. The reason why you don't miss a lot of minions when it's a cannon wave, because notice how many tower shots this cannon is taking. It takes like 7 shots or something. A ridiculous amount. This wave is pushing into her. What should you do?
Crash, right?
Mm-hmm. Good. Very good. Very, very, very good. Very good. Very good. You're overextended. No
Okay.
need to be that close up. Just wait for the wave to come. Why are you hitting the minion wave?
Oh,
Remember, your game plan is to always freeze. So
gotcha,
you
gotcha.
hold this minion wave. This might not freeze, but it's fine. You'll be very safe if the wave is here for even just one wave. Okay, it doesn't freeze. So now you have to do what?
Crash.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to walk up to her. You can go
Okay.
place vision in the jungle with your spare time.
Okay. See, there's one already over there.
You typically want to place that ward a little bit lower. Do you see where the river and the land meets?
Right. Okay, right here.
Yes, exactly, right there where you clicked.
Okay.
So now you can set up a freeze with this wave. Go ahead and do so. Don't be afraid of her, you're fine. Just spam your Q on the melee minions.
Okay. Oops.
Don't auto it. Oh, press pull. Okay. If a minion is getting too low HP and you don't think you're going to be able to get it with your auto attack, use your E.
Okay.
Your CS right now is around 6.7. It's not bad. Just keep last hitting. Or you can't freeze this, there's two little minions. So when
Okay.
there's two little minions, you could just let it crash or use your Q or whatever, just get it out the way so that you can crash the next one. Pull? Oh, you're fine. Oh wait, press ghost, kill her.
Okay.
Pull, 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 pull. Good. Alright, now recall. This wave is pushing into you, so it's very good. Oh wait, they're fighting, but you can't really interact.
Okay.
Alright, you have your item, nice.
Okay.
How are you feeling about this game?
Even though I'm not constantly engaging the enemy champion, it's not too bad.
Good, you haven't
Like,
died a single time.
right. And I'm actually getting money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
I
guess I
think so just go ahead and go bot lane here. The laning phase is over.
okay.
Stay mid. Tristan, or never mind, go bot. Sorry, go bot. I was paying attention to where Tristana was walking.
Okay. Oh man.
So you wanna get CS in this side lane as well, but you have to do so safely. If there are enemies missing, you have to play cautiously. If you push without being cautious, you'll die a lot.
Okay.
So since you have no vision of anyone, you have to place vision in the enemy jungle. So you see
Okay.
two are top, right? You see Pantheon and Talia are top, so it's okay to push. Because Pantheon is the support and Talia is the jungler. So that means you're not going to get ganked by anyone.
Okay.
Here,
Uh,
don't interact with the Kali, just last hit the minions.
okay.
So in the side lane, you can do the same thing as you would do in mid lane, which is like set up a freeze,
Okay.
if possible. Press R on her and Q. Run away. Oh, good
Okay.
pull. Good. See? You're as strong as her. You're capable of killing her. But
See.
we're not gonna focus on that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, they surrendered. Okay.
Okay.
How'd you feel about that?
that felt a lot better. Both of these have.
Okay, that's
Uh,
good.
uh, I'm, even like having that enemy to surrender, right? That's because I'm not dying, so my teams can do stuff.
Mhm.
Like the biggest thing for me has been that like I feel like a lot of the times before it
Mhm.
just be I'm there while the team plays the game,
Mhm. I
and
see.
like this is like a lot funner as well
Okay.
to actually interact. Is that
Okay. That's
you know?
good. I'm glad that you're enjoying your experience. That's very important. No point in playing League if you're not going to have fun while doing it. Okay. So, to review, focus on last hitting. Use your Q off cooldown if you're low. Manage the wave. And it looks like you're like getting pretty decent at it, like managing the wave. Manage the wave.
Mhm.
Freeze at your tower. Hmm. And just, I want you to focus on these. So let me tell you, I feel like at the level you are now, you're going to have to take these baby steps in order to improve. I can't tell you to do everything properly, like in the same game. It's just too much information. You have to develop these skills.
Mhm.
So you might not see improvement immediately, or um, I don't know. You might feel like you're still not understanding what you should be doing, and you still might feel like you're losing a lot. But I just want you to focus on these concepts for a while until you can get 75 CS. Like if you can get 75 CS at 10 minutes in a normal game, in a real game,
Mhm.
then we can move on to something else. That's acceptable for me. But right
Okay,
now, I
sounds
just want you to keep focusing on managing the wave, not dying in lane, and CSing.
okay. Perfect. I'll do that. That sounds like a good game plan.
Okay. I'm happy to help you anytime. You can ask me any question and I'll answer. Um, if you would like more coaching, you can tell me and we can schedule that too. Um, but so since you're not ranked, like in my coaching, I usually give people free coaching if they haven't hit like 200 LP higher rank than what they are now. But since you don't play ranked, what I'll do is that in 2 months' time, I'll look back at your account, and if I still see that you're the same CS
Mhm.
and um, you haven't improved at all, then I'll give you a free coaching session.
Gotcha. Um, I hope that in 2 months that's not the case.
I hope so too, but I don't know if I'm like educating you properly because I've never had a client like you. It's very difficult for me to know what exactly to say to you, but I
Mhm.
think this is a good starting point. Do you have any questions for me?
No, that's perfect. That I thank you for also walking me through on taking the opportunities, like okay, when to crash if the freeze isn't available, or when to just last hit.
Of
Um,
course.
uh, the overextending, I know that that's my biggest issue because that's obviously why I was dying so much.
Hmm.
So um, uh, I'll focus only on CS and wave management for now,
Hmm.
and that way, because I also feel like I kept tunnel visioning, saying like, oh, this guy's only got 25% health, maybe I can
Hmm.
do something, and
Hmm.
that's not the game plan, right? The
Yeah,
game
that's
plan
not the
for
game
Vlad
plan.
is to get gold.
Yes. We'll focus on combat or champion combat another time, but this is more essential.
Gotcha.
So what I'll do now is that I'll look on YouTube and I'm gonna research like some wave management videos and last hitting videos, and if I think they're good, I'll link them to you because I want you to
Okay,
watch those as well.
sounds good.
All right, Mr. Prism, thank you so much for being my student, and I'll talk to you another time.
All right, thank you.
Of
Bye bye.
course. Have a good one.